What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. This is the wrestling news video for February 19th, 2024. We're going to be talking about the wildest wrestling news stories that you SNA fans need to know. 19th, 2024. We're going to start on today's wrestling news video with some Hiroshi Tanahashi news. I'm saying New Japan needs to make new stars. I want more of our wrestlers to be household names. Some very interesting New Japan news right now. Hiroshi Tanahashi discussed his goals for NJPW in 2024 and beyond. In December 2023, Hiroshi Tanahashi, NJPW president and representative director, he has already had to deal with some challenges such as Kazuchika Okada's decision to leave the company. Speaking with the Lion Wyatt from inside the ropes, Hiroshi Tanahashi with an H, right, discuss how building new stars is a major element of NJPW success. He made it clear that he wants more NJPW wrestlers to become household names. He said, "This is a star-driven business, and we need to make new stars. That goes beyond success in the ring as well. Mainstream awareness and name value is the key to success. I want more and more of our wrestlers becoming household names," Tanahashi said. Tanahashi also named expansion in Asia as a main goal. He has for New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2020 a lot of effort into its expansion in Asia, and that will be an area of the scale and scope of our events in the US lately is something we're really happy with, and we want to maintain that. But from this year, New Japan is going to put a lot of effort into our expansion in Asia, and you'll see that become an area of major growth for us in my opinion. In my opinion, of course, his role as NJP, but he's also scheduled to face Matt Riddle at later on this month on February 23rd at their biggest, but I'll say their big Superior show. Yeah, on their Superior show. Let me rephrase that. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Hiroshi Tanahashi's goal is trying to grow new stars and household New Japan names, no matter who they are currently on the roster, and that are New Japan originals. And now they're big stars such as Kazuchika, more what's that word? What's the term I should use? Trying to make the point is he's trying to make them whoever originals and young rookies big fans, whether if they're in Japan or outside of the Europe or anywhere of the sort, or Europe or anywhere in the country of the sort, South America, North America, Europe, in England, Ireland, Scotland, France, Italy, Spain, anything there, or Africa or India, they want to expand the whole they want to expand the company, like, and their wrestlers on the roster is like memorable names and recognizable names, and who that and who what and that's going to make the company even more successfully entertaining. Like, I mean, successfully entertaining and interesting, and bring every wrestling fan's attention of their company. Like, and it don't have to need like guys like Nick Nemeth and Matt Riddle, two former ex WWE guys, to make that happen. Not only them, but they could also help out the goal for Hiroshi Tanahashi, of course. But I think hopefully that this plan does works. Like, for whatever Hiroshi Tanahashi has, hope we have something like hoping that have some some motivating for the New Japan wrestlers, because normally if you normally you have some what's that called, what's that reinforcement and motivation to your talent. Like, they're going to always gonna benefit off that. Usually they always benefit off this, and they will use that as an advantage to an advantage to use that. I'll say, but you get the point. It'll help them, make them more confident that they can do this, and they can make mainstreamers and New Japan fans watch it even more. Like if it's a Japanese version of WWE or even AEW. But yeah, I want to wish him the best on that goal of 2024. And as much as I would like to see him as champion, it seems like Matt Riddle will be the one that could dethrone him for the New Japan TV championship. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. If I ever have an opportunity to watch the show, I'll probably will do so, and I'll talk about what happened on my upcoming wrestling news video, because I'm not like a guy that will review other wrestling companies like other than WWE and AEW, unless they're kind of competition, or competitive of any sort. But that'll be very rare at the same time. But yeah, let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is we got some CM Punk news up next. With Punk saying this, I burned out 10 years ago, and left, did other cool stuff, and time heals all what's that, wands, all rounds with a W. CM Punk reflects on his return. CM Punk shocked the world when he returned to WWE at Survivor Series 2023, nearly a decade after he walked out of the company. He is 10 years away from in the UFC, was part of Fox Sports, Fox Sport 1 to be the exact, which is aka FS1 Studios. He was part of the Fox Sports 1 studios show. WWE backstage of WWE, that being the co-host of Renee Young, which now she's going by her real name, Renee Paquette. No, I don't think that's really her name. I think that's her outside WWE wrestling personality name. But that's a story for another day. But anyways, and return to wrestling with AEW. We're speaking on UFC on TNT Sports at UFC 298. Punk was asked about the itch to return, and he said, "I think it's just time. Timing is everything. I wrestled for a very long time before I signed a WWE contract. I was on the road for 10 years, like zero time off. That takes its toll. I think one of the things that I never did before was try to balance everything out. I I think a wrestlers to do that balance is kind of key. But when you're young and you want to go and you have to take everything opportunity like that comes your way, you can't say no. Then after a while, you burnt out. Like so, I burnt out 10 years ago. I left. I did, and then in time heals like all wounds, like all wounds, like you slow matter. Different people come and different people are in charge now. Like maybe I can go back and if and it kind of back and I'm super happy back and how big it's was without all the other. Punk was fired by Ega and the Young Bucks, which is most specific. I at AEW All Out 2022, a triceps injury. Like, but yeah, but I hope for him more sooner, my opinion, and I think he should come sooner. I mean, even if it's right after WrestleMania, I wish for him not to be out for long, like because nobody do not expect. No wrestler wants to be out of the ring because like that's their passion, that's their dreams, that's the whole reason why they got into the industry in the first place. Where I'm coming from, like not it's not something that they had to do. Like that's the least of their worries of doing it. If they didn't want to do it, they wouldn't be doing that at all. Like it's just it's a dream. It's an achievement that every wrestling fan wants to do. Like especially like when they're ever since they were a young age, at like whether if they're like elementary or even or younger than that, like elementary age, like from at the ages of 6 to 10, or even like younger, like preschool age, like or kindergarten, like 4 or 5, and then the elementary age at the age of 10, and then they still keep going at the preteens, like in middle school and high school age. But yeah, the point is that like these like including CM Punk was a wrestling fan, like being a fan of the likes of like Harley Race, Dusty Rhodes, Bret the Hitman Hart, like all of them names, and now he's a wrestler for himself, like from the past 20 years, and he's trying to find his way back into the footing, into achieving one dream that he has yet to accomplish, which is main eventing WrestleMania. But it looks like he's going to skip this year's WrestleMania and might main event the following year in 2025 at WrestleMania 41, which hopefully get that spot. And if there's some reason that he's clear enough to compete right before WrestleMania, hopefully they add him to the match. Give him an opportunity. Give him that opportunity of main event in WrestleMania, like with him facing Drew and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match, which I'm not sure that will happen. When it's a very bad injury, whether if it's a arm or leg injury, like that the natural heal for the next like 6 to 8 months, if not more, if not a full year. But I would say it's gonna be like half or over half a year before you can get back in the squared circle. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below on what you think he's gonna come back specifically, and also what are your thoughts on CM Punk's comments on him explaining the reason why he did that, because he simply burnt out. Like, and even though it was on bad terms, he just couldn't do it no more at that time. Like his body was in health risk, and nobody wasn't helping him. But he's not going to get into that. Like nobody wasn't helping him with the medical side of things, and that's what also made him very mad. And that's why he walked out of there. He did plenty of cool stuff, like being on some acting roles on TV series, movies, making comic books, and also fought for UFC, even though he was not that much of a great UFC fighter. Like just saying, like, like it wasn't for him. Where I'm coming from, not saying he's a terrible fighter, but it's just that it's probably not smart. He just might as well just stick with pro wrestling, which he was probably thinking the same thing. Which I'm not trying to assume anything. I'm just looking at his perspective, like. Well, and he was like, maybe I try it out. Like it's better, but I suppose like it was worth the try because now I know that it's not for me, and I should stick with wrestling and then acting on the side, and then which he's made his name very famous on Heels, that wrestling show, and another show which I forget the name at the moment, but he's on there too, and he's been on AEW for 2 years. Like first year was so far was so good. Except for when he got into it with Hangman Adam Page, which they made him go off script, which they made each other go off script with saying with Hangman Adam Page, like, you don't belong here. You're not gonna come into this company, take everything away from me, looking like a AEW version of Seth Rollins. And what Seth Rollins said to him when CM Punk made his return, but I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. But yeah, he won the AEW World Championship from Hangman Adam Page at that year's Double or Nothing. He was in a feud with John Moxley, and then he was supposed to face what's his name, Hiroshi Tanahashi at Forbidden Door, but he suffered a what was it? Was it like some kind of an ACL injury or something like that? But yeah, he suffered that, and John Moxley had to take his place as interim AEW champion, and then he faced Hiroshi Tanahashi, successfully defended the title. John Moxley also beat CM Punk once he healed from his minor injury. He won you all out. Like he won them right back. And before he unified the championships, he called out Hangman Adam Page in an unscripted moment, like saying, Hangman Adam Page, like, you want your title shot, come out and get it. Now, that's not cowboy sugar honey iced tea, that's coward sugar honey iced tea. When he was like calling out like the likes of him and Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, they were like, yeah, you may be number one in your hearts, but John Moxley is the third best guy of his own group. Somebody thought it was the Blackpool Combat Club, but most of us knew who he was referring to, like in his time as the Shield. And I would say, and then he also said Eddie Kingston's the third best Eddie he ever been in the ring with, and the second best Kingston he shared a locker room with. But yeah, that's besides the point. But yeah, he won the championship. He got that's when he started sort of bad mouthing likes of MJF and what's his name, Hangman Adam Page, and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks as irresponsible EVPs that couldn't even run a target, which they got into a fight along with Ace Steel being into the mix of it, and that made both men got suspended. With the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega been suspended for like half a year of being out of action. But yeah, we're going to talk about that in another time when we have more time to talk about that. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on him. Like, and also, yeah, and he still had the AEW he got the AEW Championship, the original belt, like with. I'm saying, like, he still has his blood on it from when he faced John Moxley and when he got to that fight. Well, he referenced the fight, but yeah. But he only defended it a couple times, like with the likes of, I believe, Ricky Starks and what's his name, and Samoa Joe, until he got into that fight with Jack Perry. And then that's what made him. That's what got him released by Tony Khan after getting suspended. And then, yeah, he went back to WWE like about 2 months later, and then, yeah, and he basically made the internet exploded with tons of shock waves, including me too. Well, I wasn't on the internet like that, but I was shocked by watching it. Like, might not see a main event this year's WrestleMania, but keep your fingers crossed for next year when he's fully healthy and clear enough to compete. And any ring is one particularly being a Stanford-based company ring. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is law firm launches WWE settlements site. Penton launched WWE settlement, the WWE settlement.com, offering a a chance for potential victim or witnesses to come forward. The site states if you were sexually assaulted, made to feel uncomfortable, or witnessed sexual abuse by Vince McMahon or anyone from WWE/UFC, you may be entitled to significant compensation. From the site, WWE folder, not folder, founder, I should say, not folder. I said folder. I mean, founder Vince McMahon under investigation for ex, for exploitation in sex trafficking. Vince McMahon and WWE/UFC are under investigation for sexual assault and sex trafficking after former employees of WWE came forward with allegations of profoundly disturbing misconduct. According to a recent lawsuit, the founder and other leaders forced employees to anticipate in sexual acts by threatening to terminate their employment and share in term intimate images of them. This is not the first time Vince McMahon or WWE have faced accusations of sex abuse. In 1992, Rita Chatterman, Chatterton. That's a Chatterman. Where did the M even came from? But Chatterton, uh, the first female referee, came forward with allegations that she was raped by Vince McMahon while traveling with him in his limousine. In 2022, investigators seized documents and discovered non-disclosure agreements and multi-million dollar payouts covering up sexual misconduct. Thousands of abuse victims are justice they deserve. Fill in the form above or call us today for confidential and free compensation with one of our female can send their contacts contact information, not contacts, just contact singular, but anyways, contact information for a free claim reclaim review. All consolations are confidential. The firm run by attorneys like William Pentis and Laura Mullins. And what are your thoughts onto this new law firm of whoever was the witness or the victim who got sexually abused or raped or what's that called, raped or trafficked by Vince McMahon is going to be basically compensated for I believe, I'm not sure about a lifetime, for like a good amount of dollar bills. Yeah, if you know what I mean. But hopefully they do. Hopefully every single person that's out there that's still alive, and no pun intended, no jokes. I'm just saying, me for real. Like, hopefully they get the compensation that they deserve from being abused sexually and threatened, like the losing their jobs if they don't succeed and agree onto his offer he's given, which is an offer they didn't even ask, and let alone let alone let alone asking if they want it in the first place. Which I'm not sure like you should be even asking about this. Like, and yeah, this shouldn't be like a pleasurable business that he's running. Like, it should be just business is business. Like, when it comes to running a wrestling business, you should be hiring people for like whoever has wrestling experiences or even management experience or even what's that TV production experience like how to run a TV station, like or run a program, like on a show, like whether if it's a sitcom or a drama or like a drama soap opera or I don't know, action packed or yeah, like whatever. Like you should be talking about like in the entertainment industry or in the wrestling industry, not like just because they look attractive and you basically just want to have some connections with them, like if you know what I mean. But hopefully for those victims, hopefully they get the compensation that they deserve, and hope and wish and pray for them the better, and also better, and also well, what I need to say, like, and make sure you don't run into some kind of a cruel and humiliate what they want, like in a very horrible way, horrendous even. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts. And please make sure to be watching this video of making your thoughts known about this case and about the victims, like what they're going through. And let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is we got some Bad Bunny news now, which we rarely hear about from the former 24/7 champion and rapper slash wrestler, or now turning to a part-time wrestler, I should say. It says, yeah, we got some Bad Bunny and some new features of the wrestlers gonna be that's gonna be new with Bad Bunny, Thea Hale, Albert Fire, Maxine Dupree, and more confirmed for WWE 2K24 roster. Multiple new names have been confirmed for WWE 2K24. I'm pretty sure Albert Fire was originally a playable character on the last game of 23. It's just that her tag partner Isla Dawn wasn't. But we're gonna get that in just a moment. As of today, like on February 19th, WWE Games' Twitter/X page announced that Albert Fire, Thea Hale, Bad Bunny, Jay Uso, Bronson Reed, Maxine Dupree, Isla Dawn, and Tegan Knox are part of the WWE 2K24 roster. The post included a picture of Fire's character model. And you can see the post right here for yourself, where names on the caption that shows all the names that's confirmed that's going to be on the playable roster on 2K24. And playable character in WWE 2K24 in the deluxe edition of WWE 2K24 will be available is digitally worldwide, and physically like in the US, like and select territories like on Tuesday, March 5th. The 2024, the standard edition and standard cross-gen digital edition of WWE 2K24 will be available worldwide for more selection. But yeah, make sure you guys check that out. But what are your thoughts on this? Like, with these wrestlers are confirmed that they're going to be on the roster. I mean, you don't have to be a new wrestler to be featured on the game, like because they show on 23. But yeah, but let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts on that, and does this convince you of getting the game even more, or this just what they were going to typically do anyways, basically, and obviously typically was going to plan on doing anyways. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, which I thought that was going to be obvious. Which, as a matter of fact, we'll have Isla Dawn and Albert Fire on universe mode, and like when you're playing them as playable characters on the main playable mode. But yeah, let me know in the comments. But let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is we got some Charlie Bravo news now. Yeah, Charlie Bravo news now. The with him saying the infantry named 2024's coolest group in pro wrestling. Charlie Bravo says the infantry is the coolest group in wrestling. The infantry is featured on Ring of Honor on Honor Club. The group includes Charlie Bravo and Trish Adora, I believe that's what her name is. But yeah, it's a as Fightful for the infantry named 2024's coolest group in pro wrestling headline. He also provided a picture that could be used as clickbait. And here you can see the post from the Ring of Honor star right here in his group. And what are your thoughts on? And what's your not clickbait? I mean the infantry. I believe they call it the infantry, like being known as the coolest wrestling group by Fightful Select. Let me know in the comments down below. And do you watch these guys on ROH television? Which I never heard of these guys before, but that's because I obviously don't watch Ring of Honor. But these guys look pretty awesome in a way. Like, hopefully, I'll see them more on. Hopefully, I'll see them also on AEW TV. I mean, hopefully, they also make AEW hopefully, hopefully that will be the case when he brought in, like if he brings them in on AEW television. These guys look very phenomenal in general, like the way they look, and I believe they win at least most of their matches when it comes to the multi-man tag matches. But yeah, like in at least tag team matches at least. Like, but yeah, let me know in the comments down below about that. Let's move on to the next wrestling news. Okay, next up we got it says The Rock. Okay, yeah, there it is. The Rock launches big Dwayne Energy campaign for Zoa. Zoa is the only drink packing BDE. The Rock has been teasing something big for February 19th, and he revealed that it was a new campaign for Zoa. He took to Twitter slash X to share a clip that showcased Zoa's new Big Dwayne energy, with great taste. It that electro electrolytes, B and C vitamins, which is, and here's the video of it.
This will be fun. See you up there. Bad chick, I could be a fantasy. I could tell you got big, big energy. It ain't too many of them that can handle me. But I might let you try it off the hip. See, make them sing to this thing like a melody. Yes, I'm here. We need those projections today. Holly, you're gonna take the lead on this one. Holly, you got this?
Yes. Here it is. Up.
That's some serious Big Dwayne energy.
Right back at you.
I meant him.
Nice fanny pack. I know. Zoa. Great taste, zero sugar, Big Dwayne energy. What's in the fanny pack?
Okay, but what are your thoughts on that new energy drink commercial that The Rock has promoted? Like, what is what's that releasing his new energy drink, which is called Zoa? Do you Are you gonna get your energy drink now today? That sounds very refreshing and very healthy. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, that does convince me of trying it though. Like it convinced me, and it has me interested, like in a way. And if I ever get some extra Watto cash, then I'll probably stop at a nearest Styles Opinions, of course. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. And it shows that The Rock is not only does not only do wrestling and acting on in his acting and wrestling in his time of being a busy man. Like he got like way more than just two career like jobs. Career, or should I say, more likely two. He got more than just two careers that he's working on, and like Rock has more than two jobs that he's been doing from and having like about at least five jobs in a row. Let me know in the comments down below. But let's move on to the next wrestling news. Okay, let's. Okay. But yeah, let's move on to the next wrestling news, and that is Next up, we got some be got what's that mid midterms being big midterms from being the Dark Order. Oh, is it? No, I don't think it's the news. Okay, we got some. Okay, moving on to some Mandy Rose news now. I was like, now this is wrestling news right here. 55,000 on her fan time account. Mandy Sacramano, also known as Mandy Rose, continues to thrive in her post WWE career. WWE released former NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose on December 14, 2022, reportedly due to her the risky the content on her fan time page. She since then she has found plenty of success, though fan time and only spent $55,000 on her. She said, "I've I've had a one I had I mean I've had one person, I won't say any names. One person, and this is on fan time, spent $55,000 on me, and I'm like, wow, what does he do for a living? That he's able to spend this kind of money on one person, $55,000, and it was definitely over a little time period, but why it was wild. So thank you. So it is kind of crazy, like that Rose said in December, dollars in 1 month, like, which that's in the story for another video. But what are your thoughts on this wild news about Mandy Rose receiving that much money from one person? Like, which I'm wondering what he does for a living, and let me know in the comments down below and what's your thoughts on what he does for a living for him to spend that much money. Like he has to be rich in some way, or has to be right, financially successful. He has to be worth like a few $100,000, if not millions of dollars, to spend that kind of money. Because even for only have that much money, like how can you spend that much and you don't have nothing left? Like if that's all he has left, which I kind of doubt that's the case. He has to do some kind of must have some kind of good paying job to pay that to give that amount just to look at plenty of exclusive content from the former NXT Women's Champion, which it looks like if he's keeping up getting this much money, like it looks like he will be getting plenty of content for a lifetime from the former WWE women's star. But yeah, I'll say, but I want to give some advice. Don't spend all of his money, even if he's making that much a lot, like because the more you spend, the more you're gonna run out a lot. Like run out like more a lot. The more that you spend a lot, that the more it's gonna run out real fast. So my best recommendation is to wisely be wiser when it comes to spending. Like make it more of a lifetime. But I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Like it's none of my business. But if you want my advice, which obviously you didn't ask for, but I just want to give it to you. Just make sure that you have some money for the rest of your life. Like when it comes to your living expenses, like with your bills at home, money for groceries, which you probably saying like don't worry about that. Like that's just some free there's some free fun money that I've been saving up for a special occasion like this, which that would be a smart idea if that's the case. But yeah, I just want to give that advice, like for you to and for many more years, like even for your families that you're gonna probably have in the foreseeable future, like your offspring, like your kids and grandkids, and many and so much more. Yeah, but yeah, let's move on to the next. But I'd say this is some wild news. Like I never seen no subscriber has paid that much for some exclusive content. Like I subscribed for a couple of wrestlers this content, except it was on social media, and it's barely like $10 like a month. So I'm barely doing that, like just to show my support with those wrestlers, like with me in the past, like of doing that. Like, but now I just but yeah, but I couldn't even do that. Like I couldn't even I can even spend $100, like even if I wanted to. Like it would be much of a bad habit for me to do, like at this point of me not being really financially successful, more like balanced, like I'm more like financially balanced rather than yes, stable or financially stable, or what's that word, successful. But I barely did it for a couple of wrestlers that only did content, but it was only on social media, not on a fan time subscription. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below on yeah what your thoughts onto this matter with onto this, like what this fan did, which was insane amount of price, if you ask me. Like I never seen no fan did that for any wrestler that have a fan page or their social media subscription kind of platform. They see more exclusive photos of them. Like yeah, ain't never. It's very yeah, it's very unusual to say the least, if you want my honest opinion on that matter. But yeah, let's move on to the next wrestling news, which is the Mania results, like from uh from Fresno's, California on February 18th last night at a WWE live event house show with Cody Rhodes in action. Gunther lost via DQ. WWE held their latest live event as part of their Road to WrestleMania tour on February 18th. Like at the Save Mart Center in Fresno's, California. You can read the results right down below, which night in action with Sikoa, which he defeated with Solo having his big brother Jimmy Uso on this corner. MVP offers $10,000 to anyone who can take Omos off his feet, which Akira Tozawa answered the challenge, which he fell through with the plan of trying to knock off Omos off his feet, which I believe both MVP and Omos kept the 10,000, 5,000, 5,000. And also we also had Nia Jax defeating Maxine Dupree, the teammate of Akira Tozawa. Intercontinental Champion the Intercontinental Championship match with champion Gunther taking on Chad Gable, which he lost by DQ by Imperium interference. And then this is where we got the New Day teaming in, like the New Day coming out for the save. The team to Kofi and Imperium. Well, no, it was a 6-man tag team match. My apologies. It's kind of like with Damage Control when they interfered in the 24/7 championship match with Dana Brooke and Tamina, Nobody Mina, at this live event I went to, and then yeah, that's when Bailey insulted the city, calling it Tropicana, and then this is where Dana Brooke said, "We had enough of your shenanigans, and we want to challenge you in a match," in which they did, which unfortunately Bailey distracted them, and Dakota Kai and Io Sky successfully defended their women's tag team championships, because at the time they were the women's tag team champions back in that year, at the end of the year in 2022. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, the New Day and Chad Gable defeated Imperium, like both Giovanni Vinci, Gunther, and Ludwig Kaiser. We also had Mii Chen with Zelina Vega taking on Asuka with Kairi Sane, the current women's tag team champions, of course, which Zelina Vega defeated the one half of the women's tag team champion, Empress of Tomorrow. We also had Carlito taking on Austin and tagged himself like into the match. Like this would distract Austin Theory, who would be pinned by Carlito. We also had the main event, which was Cody Rhodes taking on we also had Cody Rhodes taking on Shinsuke Nakamura at the end of the show in the main event of this live event, like which was Street Fight, Cody Rhodes defeating Shinsuke Nakamura in the process. And then this is where we got and we do have this video right here, this funny video with Austin Theory in the match with Carlito right here, which you can see for yourself. And it's very rare I talk about results of a house show they had. Okay, this. He's really just mentioned Taylor Swift. It's like everybody does not get enough for that girl. Like, ain't she already taken by my boy Travis Kelce? Like, how you know if that random fan's mom's texting you? Well, it was the R-Truth video, but it was a very hilarious insult that was given to the fans. But yeah, what are your thoughts on these results on these house shows with these matches were on the show experience? Was it just as good as mine? Like when the last time I saw Austin Theory at a house show, which he was getting his ass beat by Kevin Owens, which me and my brother and me and my brother and my fan and like some of my fan, like me, my brother, my uncle, his girl, like we were cheering on Kevin Owens to beat the Austin Theory's butt. Like good for you. And let me know in the comments down below, like on your experience for those Fresno's fans out there. And also make sure to check out my Raw review tonight, because yes sir and ma'am, this is the end of my yes sir and ma'am, ladies and gentlemen of the viewership. Like this is the end of my wrestling news video. I've been your host, Super Ninja Austin. I would say maybe the CM Punk one. I'll say CM Punk was my favorite, with his interview. So yeah, I'll give it that. And also, yeah, make sure to hit the big thumbs up button, subscribe, click the bell notification button icon, so you can be the first one to know when I upload my latest new video. And make sure to check out my Monday Night Raw review, which Gunta in this Intercontinental Championship match. We also are gonna see the American Nightmare taking on the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre in a main event match. Who thinks he's gonna win those matches respectively? I'll say maybe we'll see some outside interference by main event Jimbo Uso, like with him costing him the IC chance of becoming the Intercontinental Champion, with Gunther retaining, and then we're going to see someone like Sheamus or Chad Gable challenging him at WrestleMania anytime after Elimination Chamber, of course, like to build up some more matches onto the biggest show and the grandest stage of them all. And we're also going to see a women's last chance battle royal. That's right, for whoever's going to be that's going to be on the 6th spot of the women's battle. Some say it could be Jade Cargill. The others doubt that it will be. So just because they don't want to see her lose at Elimination Chamber, even if she does get that spot. Like, so if Jade Cargill's not in the match, expect her to be at the chamber. But at the same time, if she's not, then it looks like we're going to have to figure this out on who could possibly be the favorite of being the 6th who's going to be the sixth challenger of the Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match to see who's going to be determined to face Rhea Ripley, or it could be Nia Jax, but I doubt it'll be Nia. I think it'll be Rhea all the way, and she's going to face either of these 6 women that's going to be participating in the Elimination Chamber. Only one can be determined the victor and face the Eradicator at WrestleMania, which I said it's going to be Becky, and she's going to be the one that's going to dethrone the current women's world champion at the 40th year anniversary of the grandest stage of them all. But yeah, hope we all have a great rest of your Monday afternoon, and I'll see you all later this evening on the Monday Night Raw review. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin, the assassin, out of here. Bye-bye, my SNA fans. Thank you guys for watching to the very end. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.